I'm here with Lastolite by Manfrotto today to give you the perfect recipe for full-length high-key photography using the Hilite and its accessory, which is the vinyl train. So what you need to do to begin with is make sure that you set up the basics in the perfect way each time. So the first three lights, the key light, the main light source, very, very large light source. Don't try and use a small softbox, use a very, very big light source with it. Next, we need to meter the background perfectly to get that absolutely clean with no detail in the white background. In this case, it's 2 stops brighter than the main light. So my main light today is working at f8. This gives me a good depth of field, whether I'm photographing a client's home as a family or I'm at an event actually shooting groups of kids passing through me on the way to having a great night. Then I need to make sure that the background is metered individually at the f16. Now what I mean by individually is that each light is measured in turn with the other switched off. This enables me to have a perfect exposure of that f16, in this case, that 2 stops brighter. One of the problems that we've got, of course, is that when we're using a floor covering, as in this case, as I said, we're using the vinyl train, what it doesn't do is actually have any light coming up. Of course, it's reflected light bouncing off and then coming towards the camera position. However, once you start to put groups of families in there and lots of legs and so on, it starts to actually shade the background itself. So a quick solution to that is to add in some extra lights. And these are actually designed just to using the shoot-through umbrellas to illuminate the high-key flooring perfectly. So the way to do that is to make sure that the lights coming in from behind then are set to f8. So that's basically the same as my working aperture at this point. So the key light is f8, that's our working aperture. The background lights are 2 stops brighter, giving us that f16. And then we have the lights coming in from each corner to light the floor that are equal to the working aperture itself. So I'd always recommend as well using a 6th light, which is our fill light. Now this is positioned behind the camera, off to the same side as the key light itself. And this job is to illuminate the whole shadow area, the whole group. So it allows everybody, it doesn't matter if you've got a group of 6 or a group of 10 in width, they've all got the same amount of fill, and I usually set this 2 stops less than the working aperture itself. So in this case, it would be f4. This is guaranteed then to give me the perfect 3-dimensional subject on the background using the setup.